Does fake it till you make it work? We're gonna figure this out. I'm Lula Morales. Let's talk about it.
When nothing really mattered, I could always count on you. Your touch will leave me breathless, so let me give it back to you.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will answer to the question of, is it a good idea to fake it till you make it? And which situation does it work? In which situation it doesn't? The meaning of this video is to save your time and give you the real tips on how to effectively feign self-confidence if needed. Spoiler, most often than not, it's not required. Why is it important? Because we live in a world where we are shown, especially on TV and movies, models of fearless and proud heroes. Whatever happens, they are never afraid or frustrated. They never run out of a cool clapback. And as a result, you watch these heroes on your screen doing incredible things in their expensive clothes and their perfectly ripped body from your couch in a tracksuit, eating pizza leftovers, and suddenly you don't feel like your diet, nor your outfit, nor what you do with your days are compatible with your idea of the man. Therefore, you feel you never enough. I understand that this is very complicated to feel ashamed and alone with your own flaws and insecurities. And seeing other people achieve almost everything and flaunting their accomplishment on social media makes you feel like a failure. You have the impression of losing, where everyone succeeds without knowing how or even why. And you don't even talk about it because you are afraid of either being laughed at or having your so-called weakness used against you. Okay, it's time for a disclaimer. As a coach, I will constantly push you to step up your game and increase your self-esteem, and I always challenge people to improve themselves, take their responsibilities, and do better. So it can look paradoxical for me to explain to you that actually our society is pressuring you to never feel good enough. And I will answer to this major contradiction later in this video, so stay with me. The first trap I don't want you to fall into is faking it and actually never making it. Faking your lifestyle, your accomplishment, your skills, and overall anything that can be shaked, hoping to materialize your success in the future. I'm a strong believer in the law of attraction, and I'm not fundamentally against talking about your plans when you haven't achieved them yet. But lying and pretending to be someone else is very dangerous. And if you want to be admired and taken seriously, you will eventually disappoint people who wanted to invest in you in the first place. The other problem is that if you get in advance the benefits that are supposed to go with your accomplishment, you may be tempted to never actually make it. If what you are looking for is admiration, recognition for your feat of arms you claim to have accomplished, your motivation will quickly decline, and you risk becoming what I myself have been for a very long time, a poser. Easy to unmask for people who don't need to pretend. You can potentially feign self-confidence for a short time, but in fact, nothing replaces the true self-confidence that comes with competence, real knowledge, and pride in personal accomplishment. In reality, self-confidence is something subjective, related to the skills you think you need to grow, what you want or what is expected of you, from you, or from your education. If you challenge me to take a microphone, jump on a stage, and talk about charisma for an hour and a half in front of 100 people who don't know me, I would accept it without flinching. But don't ask me to bake my nephew a birthday cake. I don't know how to make whipped cream, okay? And also, I don't like dessert, okay? So all I'm going to do is burn down the kitchen and make the little one cry. This is not really what people want. The difference between the two, I had the opportunity to reach the first goal, not the second. Can you fake self-confidence? Of course, there are a few techniques that can help you, and I will give them to you. The first few seconds before interacting with someone, take a deep breath, put your best smile on your face, and give your freshest hello. I used to be a saleswoman on the phone for several years, and it was my technique to keep going. Unpleasant call after unpleasant call, rude response after rude response. If you feel nervous when you speak, reduce your speech rate slightly and drop an octave if you think that you speak in a particularly high-pitched way. If the stress rises, slow down the rate of your breath and breathe through your belly. Finally, focus on your interlocutor rather than hiding in your own head and thinking about your next line as she speaks. I also want to tell you that pretending to have self-confidence is paradoxically more tiring than having real self-confidence. When we work with my students on their non-verbal language, I explain to them that even if we can work on it, a bad communication is above all a symptom, more than a problem. In the long term, self-confidence is gained with several steps that I consider a bit like initiation rites. First, do things that make you proud. Second, set your boundaries and learn how to be respected. Third, learn a subject thoroughly and be able to talk about it. Fourth, reduce the delta between the version of you you would like to be and your real self today. And I swear, I talk from experience, there's nothing more satisfying. Now, to explain my position on self-confidence, I'll put things into perspective with an analogy. Let's imagine that you, who are looking at me, I'm going to speak to each one of you individually due to magic, wants to become a doctor. For all the advantages inherent to the status of doctor. Money, prestige, making your mom proud, etc. And if you express your wish to become a doctor to your mom, your friends, or your college teacher, you will get 3 potentially toxic feedbacks. First one, you want to become a doctor? Of course, that's the least we expect from you. Only doctors deserve respect, money, and having a seat on the extreme makeover show. And if you are not a doctor, you have failed your life. Second, you want to become a doctor? Want to save time? You go up to your room, you go to Pornhub and you watch the entire beep boop section because with your face and your brain, these are the only bodies you will have the opportunity to examine. Come on, get out. And watch out for tendinitis. I mean, if you ever know what it is. And the third speech that I consider just as toxic as the 2 previous ones. So, do you want to become a doctor? Of course, you can do anything. You are so awesome. You know what? Grab that scalpel, go to the nearest university hospital and start performing appendectomy tomorrow. Come on, go toward your dream. You are a genius. Your mom was right. You are the best. You go, boy. Go. Yeah. See you in court, yeah. And then, this is what I promote. You want to become a doctor? I got your back. I trust you. I trust you maybe more than you trust yourself. I trust you to face the 10 years of study. The terrible selection the first year, the sleepless night, the patient who dies every day, their family devastated as their own world is collapsing in front of you. But hey, you will have money and you will be called doctor. I know you can do it. You have potential that you haven't even explored yet. So you still want to become a doctor? Then you can count on me to support you. Nothing will give you more self-confidence in life than learning, practicing, and succeeding. So I think this is all the time we have for today's video. Take part of the conversation by giving your opinion in the comment sections below. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more content and tricks and tips to nail your level up journey. Alright, bye gentlemen, take care and I'll see you in the next one.